great jewelry.
Thank you.
And you're going to be telling us political gossip, which is great.
And Joan.
Great.
Teddy Kennedy is really going to have to clean up his act. He's engaged to Victoria Reggie. They're going to be married early this summer.
Right.
But she is one tough lady.
How tough?
First of all, she still gets $5,000 a month from her last husband, who's a lawyer. She cut a real tough deal and a lot of extras. She has 2 little kids. Teddy took them trick-or-treating and that kind of thing. But she's a great catch. She's got her own Redskin tickets.
So he's really getting good. He's getting $5,000 a month.
Redskin tickets.
Redskin tickets.
Plus, she's a great cook. She's from New Orleans, and she whips up all these Cajun dishes.
So maybe this will work out for him.
Well, let's hope so, Joan.
Oh, it's about time.
I mean, he's going to have to give up bimbo sandwiches.
Yeah.
And he's got to change his whole act here, his whole reputation.
Do you think he can? Seriously, at this age, at this stage?
Maybe at this age he can.
Maybe at this age, that's easier. What about Barbara Bush now?
Well, Barbara Bush is going to be mother of the bride, June 27th.
Oh, not the same bride, though.
No, this is a different bride.
Okay, okay.
This is a
moving to a different
Republican
wedding.
bride, actually, who's marrying Barbara and George Bush, president's daughter, is marrying. Her name is Doro, and she's marrying an adorable guy named Bobby Cook. But there's one problem.
Yeah.
He's a Democrat.
Is that very tough?
It's real tough. As a matter of fact, though, I have to tell you, Barbara Bush is the kind of mom all of us would love. She was so supportive. Doro is just painfully shy. She's about 32 years old.
First marriage?
2 little kids. No, she's
second
divorced.
marriage.
2 little
Okay.
kids. She was living up in Portland, Maine. When she got a divorce, she moved back to Washington. She works at the National Rehab Hospital, lives very privately. So she started going out with Bobby about a year ago. And he is a very high-powered Capitol Hill staffer. He worked for Dick Gephardt, who was the majority leader, big Democrat in the House. And his father is a big-time lobbyist. Worked for the grocery manufacturers for years. Real big family, real nice family and all. So when he started going out with Doro, and they would go to like State Department dinners, Barbara would make sure that his name was left off the guest list so that the press wouldn't know.
It's very, very nice.
Very nice. And last summer, he went up to Kennebunkport to visit the Bushes. And when the press asked who this strange guy was hanging around, Mrs. Bush said it was one of the Secret Service people. So that she really helped she gave him some privacy along the way.
The romance.
So what he's doing in return is he quit his job on Capitol Hill for the Democrat, and he got a job lobbying for the Wine Institute, so it's much less partisan.
Yeah, because it would be so embarrassing.
It would be terrible, especially because this race, this campaign is going to be really difficult.
Yeah, right. Speaking of that, I just made a joke, you know, about Clinton's wife, Hillary. But what about Marilyn Quinn? I mean, all the wives are having tough times, don't you think?
I think it's tough being a wife or a kid of a candidate in this day and age because, I mean, the press, we're out to get everybody. Marilyn Quinn, though, you know, she wrote a novel recently.
Yeah, she was on the show with her.
Oh, okay, great, with her sister. And then she took off and she did a private vacation. She wanted to either get away from Dan or get away from Washington, we don't know. But she took off and she went to a spa down in Florida. She took along about 10 of her friends. It's the middle of a recession now. And this was $325 a day, which they paid for privately.
10 friends.
Took 10 friends. One of them, in fact, was Joanne Kemp, who's the wife of Jack Kemp, the former football player, who's now Secretary of Housing.
Right.
And they all went down there, and they just, from morning to night, it was like perpetual motion. Every exercise class, every aerobics class, she went rollerblading, biking. They got to dinner real late. She got a massage every day. And she even told this guy Robin, who's just adorable, who was giving her the massages, you know, she warned him, you better not get fresh, because there's a guy outside the door with a gun.
Yeah, it's very funny.
She took 33 Secret Servicemen with her. But let me tell you,
33 Secret Servicemen?
33 Secret Servicemen
to watch Marilyn Quayle?
They were all in their sweats.
I mean, she was nice looking on the show, but I would give her a Secret Serviceman and a half. You know, I was like...
Well, this is 3 shifts of 10 each with the Super. They were hiding in closets, you know, you go to get a towel, there's a Secret Service guy. Whatever it was, they were at the pool, you know, right behind her, trying to keep up with her.
Right, right.
She was amazing. But the thing is, the taxpayers, we paid for these guys to go down there.
Does she have,
so now they're in shape.
Does she have fewer Secret Servicemen when she's home?
Well, they're different shifts, so by the time, you know, there's always more if you're on the move.
So there is more, so then they shouldn't be, so it costs us more by her going to the spa?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, I'm
Plus, we
livid.
had to pay for their hotel rooms and travel and
that she
food.
didn't ask me.
That's right.
Well, Marilyn, there goes my vote. I'm very shallow. When we come back, can we talk about George Bush and a few other things?
Sure.
Okay, so please stay around. Okay, we're going to be coming back, and when we come back, I am going to find out how to have better sex. It's a little late, but never too late. You were going to talk to us about George Bush a little bit.
Yeah, George Bush has a very difficult race now, as we all know. And, you know, ever since Hillary Clinton stirred up this whole thing about rumors about George Bush's sex life, I think he has just totally given up any hope of women. Someone walked in to visit him in the Oval Office the other morning and told me he was sitting at his desk, and this is a true story, winding up stuffed toys. And his grandchildren weren't even there. So he's obviously found amusement that nobody can criticize, at least not criticize at the same level. But he is a little hyperactive, you know, sometimes bright but a little goofy.
But George Bush a little goofy how?
Well, playing with wind-up toys in the Oval Office, you know, you don't expect it. You walk in, you know, it's just probably the frustration of the whole job.
Yeah, just to say, well, go walk for me, ducky. You know. What about Clarence Thomas? You had a story.
You know, it's the strangest thing. We heard so much about Clarence Thomas during the hearings with Anita Hill and all.
Right.
Now, here he is on the court, our newest justice. We just never see him in Washington. He doesn't go anywhere.
They don't go out?
He shut himself off from news. It's like no news is good news. And all he reads is Cowboy Weekly, which is the Dallas Cowboy Journal.
That's all he reads?
That's it. Doesn't want to hear about it. No more bad news about himself.
Boy, it's amazing what goes on not backstage, I guess back office in Washington. Thank you. So will you come back again?
Thanks
It was
for being
terrific.
here. We'd love to.
Thank you. I hope you had a nice show with us today, and I will see you on tomorrow's show.